Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for April 16th, 2026. We've got Seaside again, this time with Dark Ages. This is the third day in a row that we've had Fishing Village specifically. Outpost and Wharf also returning from 2 days ago. Anyway, we've got Lookout trashing. Not the strongest. Though we can process the Lookout at some point, which is nice. We've got plus actions from Minstrel and Fishing Village. That should be plenty of plus actions. There's also Procession. You can get some extra actions out of that. And then if the piles don't empty... Well, okay, Fishing Village pile emptying wouldn't matter. But if the Minstrel pile doesn't empty, you can also get another stack from Band of Misfits if you want. Or Band of Misfits can be played as Procession. For draw, we've got Wharf and Hunting Grounds, also a lot of draw. And then for gains, we've got plus buy from Wharf, Outpost, extra turns, kind of like gains. There's potential to like Lookout trash a Hunting Grounds to get some extra victory cards. Yeah, so to me, the thing that looks weak about this board is the payload. Which makes the trashing look worse. Because there's buys, but there's little virtual econ, and the only other way to add money to your deck is to buy treasures or to play with pillage. And then if you play with pillage, I mean, it's not like really building your econ anyway, right? You spend 5 coins to get a pillage and it gives you 6 coins back. So it is like kind of a net positive. Not like if you have enough draw, but it's not really it's not really ramping. Yeah. So I think it might still be correct to open Lookout. But it might also be better to just, plan like, well, we've got draw, like a lot of draw from Wharf. We've got Wandering Minstrel. I guess well, no, yeah, okay. I was going to say Outpost might be a reason to want to get thinner, but then again, you've got Wharf draw for that to help with that as well. Yeah, I kind of think, like, maybe you pick up some islands along the way, but I kind of think that Lookout isn't looking the best here. Like, the opening might just be, like, Fishing Village Silver or something. I think I've been doing a lot of like trash skipping lately. Like yesterday, skipped the trashing. I guess the other example I have in mind was from a league match, but I skipped Chapel. I don't think did I skip trashing entirely on that board? I think I did. Yeah. Oh, you're right. It was well, no, technically because it was a Tanuki thing. Anyway, I mean, it could also just be double silver. Double silver is a little bit more likely to specifically hit double 5. Fishing Village Silver is like a little bit smoother and gets through the shuffle a little faster, of course. Well, faster is maybe not the right word for it, but anyway. And it's not the first shuffle that it goes faster on anyway. It's like potentially the next shuffle if the Fishing Village stays out or whatever. Anyway, mostly we just probably more so want a Fishing Village than a second silver in the deck. In the longer run. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not sold on Lookout here. I think I'm gonna go Fishing Village Silver. Bot goes double Fishing Village. Okay. Um. So unfortunately, we see 4 here with neither the Fishing Village. Well, seeing the silver and having 4 total wouldn't be great, but we only we only see 1 estate. We haven't seen the silver or the Fishing Village, so we are not by any means guaranteed to hit 5 next turn, which is unfortunate. I want to get a minstrel, and if we can hit 5, that'll be great. If we don't hit 5, it'll be not great. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah. Bottom deck to the silver. I guess we weren't hitting 5 regardless. Seeing all 3 of our estates in bottom decking. So, like, if this is a silver, it's not like we'd hit 5 off of that either. Do we take another fishing village? I think we do, because we got the silver coming up in the fishing village in play, so we're not going to have trouble hitting 5 this coming turn, at least. Well, we almost did, actually. And now we bottom deck to the minstrel. God damn. This is... yeah. Akko's with a hunting grounds over another wharf. Ooh, wow. Okay, that was a good find. I think I would rather just take wharves for a while. Wharf is actually, like, so the turn you play it, it's net +1 card, right? Because you play it and then you draw 2 cards. And then the turn after, it's obviously net +2 cards, which is to say it's net +3 across the 2 turns. Hunting Grounds is also net +3. So Wharf is as much draw as Hunting Grounds, but also gives you the buy. Whether the draw being split across 2 turns is better or not is, you know, I mean, I guess that depends on things, but I think mostly it is. So, well, I wouldn't mind having a Hunting Grounds at some point. Just going to take another wharf. Fortunately, we don't hit 10 here. Take another wharf and another minstrel. I want to get an outpost going soon, but I don't want to be without a wharf. Well, okay. Does it matter what order we do this in? We're going to discard... We know we don't have any estates down here. So I think we play the wharf first. Okay, now we hit 10. Definitely want an outpost. Getting another wharf now is a little bit awkward, but I think it's fine. Copper? Don't buy copper, bot. What are you doing? Missing the silver is unfortunate, but... Alright. Take another wharf, and I guess take another fishing village. I don't think we're at the point where we'd prefer silver over that. I'll play the wharf first, right? Yeah. The silver down there. I think But with the minstrel, discard it anyway. Okay, what if we discarded copper estate, silver estate? So this is a copper. I think we want to play the wharf first just so we have a clean shuffle. Alright, take the last wharf. We could take a... We could take a Band of Misfits. Band of Misfits can be played as island to set aside estates. Which isn't like amazing, but it's not bad. The total amount of money in our deck: 1, 2, 3, 10. We have 12 money in our deck. We're pretty much done with wanting to buy 5s. So 12 money would be enough for, like, you know, to start adding golds and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it would be really nice to have, like, one more coin and be able to just buy a gold now. But as it is... I mean, I think setting aside the estates... It's pretty nice. And, like, what else? Like, we could take a silver, that would help a bit. Or, like, another fishing village. I'm gonna take the Band of Misfits. It can also be a minstrel if we needed to, which we probably won't, but... Coppers. Well... We might actually need to play this Band of Misfits as a minstrel. Make sure we find our outpost. So we're unbalanced in our wars. We also have the outpost to consider. I think that's fine. Maybe a good idea to add a hunting grounds to our deck, just to kind of deal with that. But we do have 4 wharves in play now, so it might be better to just go double gold and then add the hunting grounds next turn. I think so. Okay, so we could get another coin playing this as minstrel, or I guess in theory we could also play it as lookout and trash, but I'd rather remove an estate anyway, and then I don't have to top deck a bad card. So yeah, another coin or potentially 2. 8 and 6 is 14. Getting to 15 isn't anything special. Getting to 16 would not be bad, but I think... Well, 14, 15 would be enough for like fishing village, hunting grounds, gold. Wanted to do that. Hmm. Um. Definitely want to add the hunting grounds. We could also just like go hunting grounds, province, island, and estate, and then once we have the hunting grounds, the deck will be drawing a little bit better, and maybe have all of our money next turn. I mean, this was a pretty like we're down 4 coins relative to where we could be. It was a pretty unfortunate draw in that aspect. There's also the question of like an estate pile out. With the fishing villages at 1. We don't quite have 8 buys, and the bot doesn't either. So it's not an immediate threat. It could be something that we go for over multiple turns with the outpost. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And take the hunting grounds. We could also take another band of misfits in a fishing village. The bot only has 5 buys, so it can't pile. And it certainly has less payload. I guess it has bought a couple of coppers, but yeah, I mean, why not? We can use the band of misfits as more minstrels, or we can do more islanding, or we can potentially use it as procession if that ends up making sense. You could even process band of misfits into hunting grounds. There's some stuff there. And then if the bot lowers piles, we might be able to pile on like minstrels or something. Okay, it did not. And we can't process into minstrel, unfortunately. Um, copper and a silver, so we have another copper down there, so we're still not quite drawing. Unless we have an we have an estate. No, we islanded the estate. We should play this first. What we could do is play Band of Misfits to process Band and play it once as Minstrel and once as Hunting Grounds. And then we draw our last coin, or sorry, not as Hunting Grounds, as Island. We get the last coin. I guess start with the Wharf. Okay, so we have a silver on top, so that's worth 2 coins. So that's got to be worth it. Oh, Procession can also process Hunting Grounds. Maybe that's why the bot got the Procession. Then you can threaten the estate pile out. We should keep that in mind for next turn. We could do that. Or we could just buy 7 estates right now. um, hmm. That certainly, like, that's a guaranteed win, I believe. Yeah, because we have the fishing village in play. It's kind of disappointing, but it's probably just correct to do it. Like when you have a guaranteed win to take it. No, we didn't get to process the hunting grounds into duchies. Somehow we are just about drawing our deck anyway? What? Discarded estate, copper, discarded copper. So this is an action card of some sort? I guess? Or no, it's probably just another estate. Because we have a lot of estates. 7... We bought 7 and we had an 8th. Yeah, it should be. Okay, well, it doesn't... We're going to draw this one either way. It doesn't really matter. I can't believe we came within 1 card of drawing our deck. I mean, we did add a hunting grounds. We also added 7 estates. I guess we also removed an estate with the Band of Misfits, though. Anyway, alright. Estate double province. It's just too bad we didn't get to... If we got into proc the hunting grounds, we could have gotten a duchy out of it. And drawn that extra coin. Not that that would have mattered, but... Yeah, so the bot has this tendency to ignore Outpost. Outpost is really good. Like, you shouldn't do that. I mean, there's times when maybe you should do it, but not here for sure. That was the big difference, certainly. I did also get more wharves. The bot took a couple of hunting grounds earlier than wharves, which as I said before, I think is not the play. The outpost is part of the reason for that, so I guess if you're not planning to play with outposts anyway, maybe it makes more sense, but the bot seemed to really prioritize fishing villages, which I don't think... I mean, fishing village is fine, but it's not, like, urgent. I could see it being the case that I should have been looking harder at Band of Misfits as Lookout. I mean, I did talk about it the one time, but then, like, anytime I have an estate in hand, islanding an estate seems better than Lookout unless I've already triggered, like, a bad shuffle and I have bad cards on top that I need to clear off, but that, like, never happened. So probably was actually fine as is. And I don't think I wouldn't have wanted to, like, take a Band of Misfits earlier in the game in order to play it as Lookout. Like, that wouldn't make too much sense. Would it have been better to play with Lookout and then spend more time buying silver or whatever? I kind of doubt it. I just think you really want all the wharves, and so you don't want to be spending your time not buying 5s. And granted, in the first shuffle, I didn't hit 5, despite opening in a way that would make it pretty likely that I would. But after that, let's see. Got a wharf turn 5. We did only get a minstrel turn 6. Yeah, it was a pretty slow start, really. But we got a wharf turn 7. We got a wharf turn 8. We got outpost wharf turn 9. And then got another wharf turn 10. Got the outpost going. We got another wharf. Yeah, so we were pretty consistently just getting 4 at that point. Yeah. And I think if you, I mean, it's possible that you could sort of come back on it with Lookout with like more consistent draws, you know, getting multiple wharves like a little bit later or something, but I kind of doubt it. I just like to think the ramp would be too slow. But I'd be interested to see if, you know, other people tried playing it with Lookout and how that went for them. Anyway, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.